One problem with Ukrainian air defense, according to Defense Express expert Ivan Kyrachevsky, in an interview with Ukrainian radio, is that a Russian missile can change its trajectory up to 10 times in an hour to find weak places in defense of Ukrainian towns. As per Ukrinform, when talking about the attack on Kyiv on the 30th of August, Kyrachevsky said that based on the official information, where rockets were shot down and where debris fell, it would be safe to say that the Russians were trying to hit transportation routes they thought could be used to send Western weapons, ammunition, and equipment to the Ukrainian armed forces for a counteroffensive. So, the Russian way of thinking is that the biggest transport hub in Ukraine could be hit. Regarding the difference in tactics, the experts said it was a specific story this time. The Russians made sure that the Shaheds went first, which was when the Ukrainian defense was meant to step in. Second, the Russians sent out cruise missiles in 2 waves, and they did so very carefully. Some rockets were headed toward Lviv, but then, for some reason, they changed course and went to Kyiv. Maybe the Russians thought there might still be blind spots near the city where anti-aircraft missile systems didn't cover, where they could attempt missile strikes. According to the analyst, these findings indicate that sanctions against Russia are fruitless because the country has addressed reliability concerns. While the Russians had difficulty with some missiles missing their targets in the early weeks of the invasion, he said this issue was resolved due to technological improvements. According to Kyrachevsky, the Russians are even installing powerful onboard computers that allow for intensive maneuvering in the air on their cruise missiles in defiance of sanctions. Before launch, this is loaded into the missile's computer. They attach it to bombers already prepared for the attack. The experts said that cruise missiles like Kalibr and air-launched missiles like X101 and X555 can carry a 400-kilogram warhead over a range of about 1,500 to 2,000 kilometers. He said it's unclear how well the X101 fits the radar-invisibility claim, which the Russians said it did. If the Ukrainians shoot them, it means they can be seen. He continued that the maximum course change rate during the flight seen is 1 alteration every 8 minutes. Put another way, a missile's direction can be altered roughly 10 times an hour. Such missiles are built with onboard equipment that can operate for up to 5 hours. When one considers the maximum speed, approximately 700 kilometers per hour, and the maximum range, up to 2,000 kilometers, they can fly straight at maximum range for roughly 3 hours. Up to 4 hours if they maneuver and fly at full range, extending their path. The onboard technology is only intended to be used once to guide the missile to its intended target. The expert highlighted that the Russians do not use the X22 missiles as much as other cruise missiles. The Ukrainian Air Force has admitted that it has not shot down any X22 missiles. The issue is that this missile has a supersonic flight speed of around 4,000 kilometers per hour. Furthermore, upon approaching the target, it dives at a 45-degree angle. Even if the missile is intercepted at this point, due to its enormous kinetic energy, it will not divert from its trajectory and will hit the target, according to Kyrachevsky. Furthermore, it has been determined that Russians may convert up to 10 X22 missiles monthly into the X32 Upgrade. The X32 is said to feature more sophisticated electronics, resulting in more accurate targeting. The limitation is that they cannot build new missiles from scratch and only have roughly 150 X22 missiles remaining. According to Mikhailo Skibitsky, Deputy Chief of the General Staff of Ukraine's Armed Forces, Russia still has at least 575 missiles. However, as Kirishevsky pointed out, these 575 missiles do not include 150 X-22s. As a result, the predicted total is greater than 700 units. The Russians used 750 missiles during the strikes from October to March 2023. Furthermore, each month, Russia produces 110 long-range missiles. The idea that if they use all of these arsenals, they will eventually be completely out of supplies is not a concern for the Russian government. They keep some reserves, said Kirishevsky. In Afghanistan, Soviet forces launched all of their Scud and Luna M missiles that they had at the enemy, even though they required these missiles to deliver nuclear weapons in the event of a war with NATO. The analyst concluded that even if their missile stockpile might be close to zero, this has never been enough to stop them.